Welcome to Automate M365. In this video, I will show you how to automatically update an existing SharePoint item whenever someone submits a Microsoft form. This is useful if you are collecting new information, feedback, or approvals through forms and you want that data to update your SharePoint list without doing it manually. I already created a Microsoft form for this demo. In this case, it is a simple form where employees can update their project status. You can design your own form with the questions you need, like description, department, status, or any other relevant fields. One important thing is that the form must include a field that matches a unique identifier in your SharePoint list. In this example, I am using the ID column from SharePoint. When someone submits the form, the ID they enter will be used to find the correct item in the list. Here is the SharePoint list I will be working with. It has columns for ID, description, department, status, and other relevant fields. Each project already has an item created. What we want is that every time the form is submitted, the correct item in this list is updated based on what is filled in the form. Now let us build the Power Automate flow. We start with the trigger when a new response is submitted for Microsoft Forms. Then we add Get Response Details so we can access the form answers. Next, we add the action Get Items for SharePoint. Here we connect to our SharePoint site and select the list. In the Filter Query field, we need to match the specific row that should be updated. To do this, type the name of the column, in this example ID, then a space, then EQ, then another space, and finally select the dynamic content from the form answer that contains the matching ID. In the filter query, EQ stands for equals, so essentially this query reads, SharePoint ID equals the ID entered in the form. This ensures that Get Items only returns the exact item we want to update. Then we add the action Update Item and use the ID from the item we got in Get Items. We map all the other form fields, like description, department, and status, to the corresponding SharePoint columns. You can also add an optional Create Item action to log every submitted form into another SharePoint list or tracking list. This allows you to see the submission time of every filled form and track, for example, when the status of a project is finished. Save the flow and test it. I submit a new response in the form with ID 2 of the item I want to update, along with a new status, priority, and deadline date. When I check SharePoint, I see that the existing item is updated automatically based on what was filled in the form. At the same time, it is possible to create an item in another SharePoint list to log all submitted forms. This allows you to track the submission time of every filled form, which is useful to see, for example, when a project status is finished or updated. This is how you can keep your SharePoint lists always up to date based on Microsoft Forms responses and track submissions without any manual work. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Automate M365 so you do not miss future tutorials. Also, if you missed my previous video, I showed how to create a new SharePoint item from a Microsoft Form submission. This video is the perfect follow-up to keep your list fully automated and tracked. Leave a comment if you have any questions or ideas for future Power Automate workflows, and I will be happy to help. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.